Now let's visit the American Institute of Wine and Foods 11th Annual Best of the Midwest Market. And I've got Steve LaHaye over here. Steve is the co-chair of this event, and when did this event start?
It started over 10 years ago at Navy Pier, and we used to have it at Ravinia, and this is the first year at the Botanic Garden.
It's lovely here.
We're very happy to be here. So
Tell us about how many people you expect today.
we expect between 6,000 and 7,000 people. We have over 70 producers here today, all from the Midwest.
And the event, the purpose of the event is to do what?
To celebrate the food, the wine, the cheese, and the people of the Midwest, and the people that grow the food and make our wines.
How do you select them, or how do they decide to come to this event? And how would more people know about this event?
We have gotten more and more growers every year as we meet more people. They hear about the event, they submit, and then we check out their products and that sort of thing, and we've added more and more every year.
We've got Fred Kohler here from Linfred Wineries right here in Illinois. And tell us about Linfred Wineries.
We are the oldest continuously operating winery in Illinois. This October will be our 20th anniversary. My late wife Lynn and myself, we started the winery back in '79, and we're kind of the only people in Roselle making wine until 1985 when we made the best Chardonnay in America. We beat all of California at a Reno competition, took a double gold medal plus best of show.
We're here with Larry Bell, who's Belle Breweries, and you've been brewing beer in the Midwest for a long time.
We've been brewing beer since 1985, have our 14th anniversary this next week.
You're the oldest brewery east of
Boulder, Colorado, microbrewery.
Okay, a microbrewery. And then just to answer the question, what determines a microbrewery? What's the limit?
Typically they say 15,000 barrels. We're actually a little bit bigger than that now. We do about 22,000 barrels this year.
Okay. Tell me about some of your beers. I understand you've got, where's this one we had here? Actually, this is an 11% alcohol content right here.
The Expedition Stout is quite strong. It's something that you can put in the cellar and age. It probably performs best in the 6 to 18 month range, but I've had them as old as 10 years and they were quite good.
Tell me, if someone wanted to buy your beers here in Chicago, where might they find them?
In the city, you might look at Sam's or the Chalet.
So better wine shops.
Better wine shops, yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot of draft beer in the north side neighborhood bars.
I bet you do. And I just want to show you, this man believes in his product. Turn your head there. Where's his hops, where his heart is?
Yeah, well, the hops came from the beer garden at home.
There you go.
So,
hey, thanks very much.
Thank you.
The man with the knife here is Steve Dowd from Dowd Orchards, and tell us about your lovely products you've got here today.
Well, we're a family-owned orchard from Indiana, northern Indiana. We grow many varieties. We also do mail order through Apple Source, which has a catalog here, and so we try to feature odd, unusual, gourmet, antique varieties that you don't see everywhere.
Well, tell us about this, because you sure have a whole line of products here. What are some of the more unusual ones?
Okay, we have about 15 or 16 apple varieties here, and most of them are to be tasted, going from sweet on one end to tart on the other. And really the flavor range is tremendous. Most people don't realize what a fabulous variety you can get with apples because you only see often 4 or 5 kinds in most of the stores. So you have very many odd flavors and unusual colors and so forth, like this pink pearl over here.
Now tell me, that's the pink pearl over here?
Yes, I've been cutting that here for some people, and that is often pretty popular with folks that like something unusual. It's quite tart, but it's an apple that was developed.
Oh, no, it's good.
You like that? It was developed in California, I think 50 years ago or so ago, by a private breeder, and some years it doesn't get this pink, but this year it turned out well. So.
People want to find your apples, by the way. It's Dowd Orchards, and what's your phone number there?
765-985-3937, the little town of Denver. And through our mail order catalog, it's 1-800-LOVE, L-U-V, Fuji, F-U-J-I, which is probably easier in terms of getting these kinds of apples direct to you.
Well, we'll throw it up on the screen. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We're here with Alice Waters, the very lovely Alice Waters from San Francisco, and her new book, I guess, Shaping East, the cookbook. And you have been active in this type of event in San Francisco, correct?
Oh, I have. I've been working at connecting with farmers for the last 28 years of Chez Panisse, and we have a thriving farmers market in San Francisco and a whole network of suppliers that supply Chez Panisse with food.
Let's just for a moment, for those of us in Chicago that don't know Chez Panisse, why don't you describe it and what it's about? Because it's a little, I couldn't just call it a restaurant. It's an institution now.
Well, I guess when you get to be 28 years old, you have a certain credibility. But it's sort of two restaurants in one. And in the downstairs restaurant, we serve only one menu a day. And so people have to eat what we serve them. And we serve seasonally fresh food that's gathered from local suppliers that are practicing sustainable agriculture. And so they're the people that are sort of taking care of the land for the future, and it's very important to buy from those people.
We're here with a very shy Janet Gamble, and you're out of Michigan?
No,
Okay,
Wisconsin.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Tell us about what you're doing. You've got all this organic produce here, which I think is wonderful. Tell us what you've got and about your company.
Okay, Michael Fields Agricultural Institute is a nonprofit ag institute in Wisconsin, and we grow. It's a research station and a training institute, and the interns that we have in our training program actually grow this produce for a subscription-based clientele and wholesale markets.
Give me an example of what something like this service would cost.
It's $400 for 22 weeks of vegetables.
And that comes out to whatever that is, about $30.
$15 to $20 per week for produce, and you get about 15 to 20 different vegetable items per week in your basket.
So if people wanted this subscription service, who would they call and what's the phone number?
The number they can call is 414-642-3303.
And they should ask for this student right here.
Amy, I'd love to talk to you.
Thanks.